Hi and welcome to the video explaining the correction code. So this time, unfortunately for you, it's kind of going to be Mr. Sri, but I will be the one giving you the instructions for those 2 pages. So first of all, you have to take a grammar book at pages 3 and 4 where you can find all the correction codes. And as you can see, there's a lot of them, so this video is going to be long. Fortunately for you, you don't have to listen to the whole video each time you want to have an explanation. You just have to go in the description of the video, and as you can see, you have all the codes with a corresponding time code. So you just have to click on the time code and the video is going to go directly to this code. Okay, so take your page 3 and let's do it. So first of all, if it's underlined with an SP, it's a spelling error. It means that you did not write that word correctly. So what you have to do, simple, check your dictionary. So you have the choice. So in class, you can use the password. If you want, you can use the word reference app or the website. Okay, so as long as you go check, you should not have a problem. So in this instance, I will see my family. It's a mistake because family in English takes one L. Then if you have something that's underlined with FR, you just use a French word, okay, like I pourrais do this. Okay, you cannot do that. Okay, so once again, check the dictionary. You have the choice between the password, the French, English word reference, and the website. So once again, I pourrais do this. I could do this, please. Then you have underline plus WW. It's the wrong word. Okay, the wrong word, you're using the wrong context or whatever. So first of all, check the dictionary for context. For example, if you go on the website word reference or the app, each time you look up for a word, you can scroll down, and as you can see, there are more than one definition. So depending on the context, it's going to be a different word. Okay, so check your dictionary. Second option would be there is, there are, there was, there were. That's a common mistake that you do, especially francophones. You want to say il y a, you say he has a dog.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
But that's not it. Okay, so in that context, you can check your page 21, but more precisely at the bottom of page 21, you have how to use there is, there are, there was, there were, and that could be a solution. So underline plus W, you can also, you made a mistake between make and do. If you look at page 46 in your grammar book, you have all the uses of make and all the uses of do. In some contexts, you have to use one and not the other. So check the list and find it. Also, it could be you made a mistake between using which, who, or that. Once again, on page 23, you have in which context where you're supposed to use these 3 words. Okay, so in here, in this example, the problem was the silver. Okay, he has a lot of silver. If that person had checked the different context, you would have seen he has a lot of money. Okay, not the color, but the object. Underline plus HOM, it's a wrong homophone. Remember, homophone is a word that sounds the same, but it's not written the same, doesn't mean the same. So if you check on page 53 in your grammar book, you're going to have a list of the most common homophones. So just find your word that you wrote and check the context to check if it which one it was. As you can see, there's a few of them. We have 5 pages, so just find it and select the one that you wanted to use. So in this context, I saw him too many times. Then underline plus PA is a wrong possessive adjective. Okay, so you can check possessive adjectives at page 18, but more precisely at the bottom of the page. So possession, so my dog, your dad, his wallet, and so on, and possessive pronouns. And also you can go on page 20 to have a summary of all of that that you can use, and you can have it next to you each time you write. So in this context, have you seen your mother? Have you seen her mother? Okay, depending on the context, you would have to use her. Then underline plus PP is the wrong personal pronoun. So have you seen my mother? He left 2 hours ago. There's a problem there. So once again, check page 18. But this time you're gonna go on top of the page. So depending on if your pronoun is the subject or the object of your sentence. And as usual, you can always use a page 20. Then you have, so in this context, obviously you're talking about your mother, so it's she. Underline plus ART is the wrong article. So you have a and the in English. So in this context, for the first time in my life, I finally have the job. It could be right, but depending on the context, you would have to use either one. So this time, check page 24. Okay, so which one you have to use in this context is going to be a job. Underline plus prep is the wrong preposition. Example, I live at Montreal. That's a mistake. So you can check your preposition on page 25, 26. So the first page is preposition of position, place. Then you have a preposition of movement. And then what's more important is at the bottom of the page 26 is you have when to use in, when to use on, at, or to. This is where you make most of your mistakes. So here, I live in Montreal. Underline plus DA is the wrong demonstrative adjective. Okay, so these cars are dirty. That's wrong. So check the demonstrative adjective on page 19. Okay, at the bottom of the page. So it's this, that, these, those. Okay, so look at your context and select the one that you're supposed to use. So these cars are dirty. Underline plus RP, that's a wrong reflexive pronoun. So they solve the problem yourself. That's wrong. So once again, check the same page, page 19, but this time it's going to be on top of the page. And you have all the reflexive pronouns. So myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, and so on. So look at your context, select the good one. So they solve the problem themselves. Underline plus CP, that's a capitalization error. Okay, so for that, you check page 29 for what are the words that you have to start with a capital letter. So you have the first word of a sentence, first person, singular, I is always capital letter, always. So languages, school subjects, weak spots, holidays, and so on. Okay, so in that context, when I saw, capital I, Mary, I was terrified, capital I. If I draw a rectangle around your verb, it means that you have the wrong verb tense. So for this, check pages 32 to 40. So you have the verb to be. Check which tense you were supposed to use. Then ask yourself, is it an event, an action that is a repeated action and a habit? Is it something that happened in the past at a specific moment? Is it something that will happen in the future? Is it something that is in progress in the present? Is it something that was in progress in the past? Or is it an event, an action that will be in progress in the future? Also, you could ask yourself, is that an event that happened in the past many times, more than once in the past? Or it could be something that happened at some uncertain time in the past, and it could be an action that happened before another one in the past. Okay, so in that context, yesterday I went to the library. Then if I draw a circle at the end of your word, you have the wrong ending or plural. So the first option would be check your plural nouns at page 13. Okay, so you go up page 13 at the bottom of the page. You have the rules when you have to put a noun in the plural form. So as you can see, you have many rules. So check to see which one you're supposed to apply. The second option would be to check your adjectives. Are you bored or boring at page 16? So here you have all the rules to decide if you put an ed or ing at the end of your adjective. So here, I was excited to hear that. I saw 6 dogs with an S. Then if I draw a big X over a word, you just erase that word. You don't need it. Okay, say I run to school, not I run to the school. So here you could first of all check articles on page 24. As you can see at the bottom of the page, you have do not use in front of. So if I put an X over the, it's for this reason. Second option would be preposition, page 26. In some contexts, you don't use an adjective, a preposition, or you use only one. So in that case, I run to school. Then if I draw arrows like that, it's just wrong word order. Okay, put this on the desk black, nope. So first of all, check your adjective at page 15. So as you can see, you have the royal order of adjectives. So you can write many adjectives one after the other without any punctuation, but this is how you're supposed to write them one after the other. The other option would be check your adverbs at page 22. You have sometimes you can put the adverb before the verb or after the verb, it depends, so check on that. And then the third option will be sentence structure. Okay, make sure that you're following the sentence structure: subject, verb, object. If it's a simple sentence, a compound sentence, or a complex sentence. Okay, so put this on the black desk in that case. SVA, so subject, verb, agreement. Okay, so here the problem is that maybe you used a subject that was plural, but your verb is singular, or it could be the opposite. It could be that the subject is singular and then your verb is plural. So you have to check this out. So first of all, check the simple present on page 33. Okay, more precisely, so except third person singular, add s or es. Or you can check the verb to be, page 32, depending, because as you can see, it changes from one person to the next. So, or indefinite pronouns on page 21. Okay, because all of these words, another, anybody, anyone, anything, each, or that, you're supposed to use a third person singular with these pronouns. So here, 3 men have awakened me. If it's TFF, it just translated from French. Okay, ye have a long time, so just rewrite your sentence. So here it's a long time ago. Okay, so you just rewrite your sentence. And then if I put brackets with a question mark, it's just, I don't understand. I really don't understand what you just wrote there. So I am able to have this was to be what. So first of all, check your sentence structure at page 28, as I explained earlier. You could reformulate your sentence. Okay, just make sure that try to first of all remember what you wanted to say and then change it, please. So I have a headache and that's it. Then if it's if I draw an arrow, okay, and then I add PN, it's a punctuation error. Yes, we use punctuation in English. So you check your punctuation at page 30. So as you can see, in which case do we use the period, the question mark, the exclamation point, the comma, and so on. So check this out. You have many more. Then, so you said a, comma, I went to the zoo. Then if I draw an arrow and another code, okay, it's a missing word. You're missing something in your sentence. So it could be a verb, it could be a personal pronoun. In that case, it's the demonstrative adjective. So basically, you have to check the section that corresponds to the code next to the arrow, if it's to know what word you're missing, and just write it down. So I have seen this movie 3 times. So have fun correcting your text. Don't hesitate, even if you have this video, don't hesitate to ask questions to your teacher. He's the one that can help you. Okay, so have fun.
Got it bad, got it bad, got it bad. I'm not the teacher.